And we'll see if they can get the job done here. Map loading up as you take a look at Detroit. Of course, the school pictured there gonna be the power position for both teams to try and control. Last night, though, we saw quite a few quick routes going through the hotel and able to hit the one-point plays. We'll see if the team playing from the unfavored side is going to be able to punish. We're gonna open things up. Who's your player to watch from TCM? They have the momentum.
I think Jerd. You're going to need a big game out of Jerd, and he's going to be the one who's going to be aggressive early, you know, pushing all those cuts out. He's probably going to push into garage, you know, trying to get control of hospital from this side. And then when they switch sides at the half, you're going to be looking to see if he can push all the way through school.
And I got to ask you, Matt, when you look at the start, and it looks like Fear's actually going to drop. So we'll get this game up and running one more time. But it looks like off the start, you're going to see OpTic Nation playing from the preferred side. Do you want it in the first half, or do you want it in the second half as a player?
As a player, I'd like to have it in the first half, kind of gain that momentum going into the second half, put all the pressure on the opposing team. But I mean, if you're, let's say, TCM, they have the least favorable side in this one. If you can hold them to, you know, a manageable points into the second half, you feel pretty good as well. So, personally, as a player, I'd rather get out to that early lead.
We'll see what's going to happen as this one plays out. You can see kind of the players just getting their shots warmed up. And Buzz, he's looking all smiles after the S&D loss. I feel like OpTic Nation not too worried about this series.
No, I feel like they have control of this series in a way. I mean, it's been kind of back and forth every game, but I feel like ON, you know, from game to game, they're just making less mistakes. Like, they have a better chance of closing this series out in this one than TCM. But TCM, like you said, Chris, they have the momentum right now. Can they keep it going to force that Game 7? I think if they do force a Game 7, I think that, I mean, it's going to be a S&D on BioLab. I mean, that's a little bit of a toss-up. I think either team can win that one.
I mean, both teams showed they have great snipers. BioLab, haven't seen a whole lot of that so far this weekend, but could see that pulled out to mix things up. You've seen both teams with some interesting rotations in the past, but let's take a look at some of the numbers here going into this next game. Respawn, Jerd just a .93. He used to be known as one of the super slayers over in the UK. The American talent making it a little bit more difficult for him, but he does drop an average of 31 kills per game. He's highly active, always involved in the battle.
And the way he plays, you're going to expect him to be around, you know, .95, .98, nothing really higher than that, because you see, I mean, putting up 31 kills a game, like you said, going to be so aggressive towards those hard points. The S&D, I think, has really been his biggest adjustment. Just, you know, North American players make less mistakes, and I think coming over, you really get penalized when you get out of position S&D.
You said he's going to be your key player to watch in this one, though, so we'll see. Will he be able to drop those 31 kills in uplink? If so, that's a pretty darn good number for this game mode. They're going to need some big slaying, and it needs to happen at short range. It's all about the SMGs to lead the charge, and of course the bow to keep your opponents off your base. We're going to start things off here on Detroit, the second attempt. As we kick things off, it looks like our players staying on the same side. So OpTic Nation playing from the preferred spawn. Meanwhile, it's going to be TCM just going to try and limit the amount of points that ON can score in our first 5 minutes.
Well, we've seen some nice plays from the TCM side. You know, you can get that drone, throw it over on that glass plat, maybe somebody coming through back alley kind of catches it in the opposing team spawn, coming on the overextension. It's going to be Jerd on your screen, going to be pushing out garage, kind of like we imagined. It's going to be OpTic Nation. They tried to set up a play there.
Wow.
You saw what happened. You saw the drone on the mini-map. It was actually picked up in mid-atlas. They were trying to throw it down back alley, and that was picked up right away by TCM. Now trying to go on the offensive, and that was a bad pass.
That was an awful bounce as well. That one just shot to the corner, and look at this fast break for Ricky now. That should have been 2 points no matter what. You kill everyone off the break, you get the drone, and you don't score. A huge mistake, and it only took him 25 seconds here. OpTic Nation in a position now to punish.
And Ricky does not want to settle for the 1 point play here. He's trying to force this for 2. As teammate support, he's going to get up to this wall, trying to get some cover fire, and there's one player through the mid-street that's going to break through. It's going to be Bose picking up 2, going to lead to a 2-point score for the guys on ON.
And Moch is looking for the spawners, going to dish that one to Ricky once again. He's always their objective player. Jerd there to stop him for a moment. Mbo's able to answer back inside the school. And Bose is going to be making his way through now. Will he be able to get it in? He will.
Yeah, and Bo's going to put that one on the board. It's going to be big plays out of ON. 7-3 start for Bose. He's performed great in respawn. I mean,
oh, yeah.
That's what we talked about pregame. You know, if Bose can hang in the respawn game mode, it's definitely shown up in this one.
He had a great first search and destroy as well, but last one, not so much. Off the break here, it's been all OpTic Nation. Jerd's going to fall with the drone again. It's up to TP to keep the opponent off of it. TP will get one on Bose. Now he's going to go for the objective himself. Runs right past it. Instead, it looks like they want to slay first. What's the plan here for TCM, Matt, and what's the preferred route once they do get control?
The TCM just needs map control. I think that's what Teep was trying to do there, just trying to slay out, get control of mid-map, and then try and make a play. And CON doing the smart thing, going to reset the drone, going to try and get map control back themselves. Jerd has actually lost his player over in pit, has absolutely no idea where Ricky is. Ricky doing a nice job just staying alive.
And Ricky's going to kill him.
Yeah, now he's going to come right out of pit, pick up 2, and now ON can go on the offensive. That's a 3 dead.
That's all Ricky right there, and that was smart. So
yeah.
What did he do? He stopped moving, he hid behind some stairs, he let Jerd panic, he punished, and then he puts in another dunk. So Ricky crushing 4 points so far in this game, doing a great job outsmarting his opponents.
Yeah, because if you're Jerd and you go into pit and you don't see Ricky, you imagine he's either fallen back into garage, going to go garage window, look out mid-atlas, or is pushed all the way through school, going to come down the school stairs. So when Ricky just kind of hung out in pit, he was able to jump up, kill 2 players in mid-atlas, and then bring it in for the score, and it's going to be Moch with a reset. OpTic Nation in full control here, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Like we said, though, TCM playing from the least favorable side. If they can get 2 points on the board, I think that would be huge.
Player picking up drone. Fierce trying to chase it down. A great throw, though, as he was dying. That was a nice toss by Ricky once again, I believe. And you're going to see Fierce just trying to set up here on this mid-street. The goal at this point here for TCM, just pin your opponent back a little bit. Right now, they're running free with the SMGs, and you got to slow them down. Ricky about to put in points, number 7 and 8. Another dunk. That is 6 already in the first half, the same number he had all game on BioLab.
And they're trying to hit that 10-point limit, and they have a breakaway here. It's going to be Moch with the drone. Can he put it in? He's going to get stopped at the goal. Miracles trying to make a play. The drone's going to be reset. TCM gets fortunate there. That would have been about 4 minutes on the clock, a little bit less actually. If OpTic Nation's able to score there, would have been a tough time to beat.
Ricky sitting with the drone, knows there's going to be pressure on him any moment. Moch doing a great job cover firing, gets 2 kills. Ricky spots 1 player transitioning on defense, doesn't go for the 1-pointer. He wants to sneak by Teep and go for the dunk. He can just do it, and he's going to.
What was that?
Oh, I don't know. OpTic Nation is making it look so easy. TCM just making mistakes.
I mean, Ricky gets to the corner there. Teep's fighting the gun battle in front, and Ricky just gets right by with the drone, able to put in a 2-point score there. Ricky, 6 and 8, 8 uplinks to his name there. It's going to be a tough time for TCM to beat.
And I want to give TP,
he has to fight that gun battle in the front,
but he got 2 kills right there. He stopped 2 more players coming through school. It was the player behind him who needed to do more damage. Off the break, we'll go on board with OpTic Nation once again. Ricky has definitely been my player to watch. He only has 6 kills, but his objective play has been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, to talk more about that play, if Teep stops shooting and tries to turn and shoot the drone carrier, he's going to get shot in the back right away. And then you're going to have a 2v1 with a player covering the drone carrier, so Teep makes the right play. It's the person behind, just need to land those shots on it, and Ricky finish him off.
So now TCM back against the wall. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to score 10 points. Fierce on his way. First dunk comes in. Nice job by Fierce. Can he land the kill as well? Jerd is there to back him up. So they could rally this, but they got to stop the player on the drone. It's Embos. Embos versus Jerd here. Jerd's going to get that drone out, tosses it forward as he gets stunned up. Can anyone pick it up? Unfortunately, it'll be Moch on the opposite end who goes for the reset.
And the key to rallying those drones is to have 1 player in the opposing team's base behind that truck. And then you're going to need 2 players in the mid-map to win those gunfights. That's huge. I mean, you can have 2 players set up in the enemy base, but it really comes down to those players playing for that drone control. Moch going to get some yards on it. Is he able to knock down that 1-point play by banking it up? Nope. It's going to actually bounce all the way to the back of the spawn. Still great for yardage. Ake's going to have to reset it. TCM needs to get some school control quick because, 2 minutes, 40 seconds, not a lot of time to work with. They're going to need to put at least 2 more points on the board here within the next 30 to 40 seconds to make this one close.
I wanted to see a Game 7 here on the main stage, but I don't think it's going to happen. OpTic Nation, I love watching this squad. when it comes to uplink, and you see a long ranger tossed in by Embos. He was going to sink that one from downtown. TP, though, starting to heat up in the sling. Finds Moach, going to clear that out. That's 3 dead, setting up for the rally. They have all 4 up. Carrier is at the far back of the group. TP losing the first fight. Nice stop by Embos at the start. Fears and Eggs, though, clearing the way for Jerd. Jerd making his move. 2 players to beat. Gonna get it through, and that's Fears with the 2-piece. 2 minutes left, Matt, but they need 7 points just to force overtime.
I mean, they have mid-map control, though, Puckett. TP's going to pick up the drone. They have school as well. They need to push out all the way towards the end of school. Teep's going to get by. Fears picking up some kills. Currently on a 6 spree. He's going to drop Teep with a 1-point score. They need 2 points, so they can't keep going for 1-pointers here.
That's the field goal, though, before the touchdown. You need to get to 7. That was the 7th point. We'll see, though, if they can get the first 6. Eggs rallying it behind TP. And he needs a teammate to lead this charge. 1 player to the left of lockers. Eggs is going to make the push. 2 players out back, though. And this is going to be tough to squeeze by. Can't get through. He's going to be stopped. You had Miracles behind him as well. And now this one, honestly, Embos can just play for time, hold this drone, let his teammates slay out front. You can watch it on the mini-map. As long as they don't get near him. This is OpTic Nation just running out the clock.
I mean, there's no reason to reset the drone just yet. And he got this drone here, I think, about 1 minute and 15. So let's see how much time he actually takes with it. So 15 seconds already. He's going to get tagged up. Now going to throw it out. But 55 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be TCM with control of mid-map, but not a lot of time. They need to have really a miracle happen here.
Fears with another 2-piece. Jerd pushing through. You're going to find Fears, and TP should be able to... No, he can't get the melee off. It's Embos holding strong after Moach 4 down, as it's all OpTic Nation in the kill feed. And this is just, well, icing on the cake here for OpTic Nation. That one actually going far left, but it's going to be tossed out way back in the base, and that's almost better than a score at this point.
I was like, you're almost not even playing for a score at that point. Bo's just put so much yardage on it. It's going to take Jerd a while to get this one cross map, and, you know, not enough time. I thought TCM, they did some nice things there. Jerd with a 2-point play to kind of pad the stats a little bit, but they were doing some nice things, just not enough time left. Owen played that so smart. They're going to be able to win this series.
Excellent teamwork from OpTic Nation. Some big plays, some big scores. And that will be in 11-7, your final score here in game number 6. OpTic Nation taking out TCM 4-2.
TCM out early. And that is